Malaki Starks, Jefferson High School, Jefferson, Georgia.
Well, Malachi Starks is one of the top players in the country, a five-star kid from Jefferson, just up the road from the Georgia Bulldogs, and he's coming to down to making his decision between Georgia, Clemson, and Alabama. And this is one of those commitments that Georgia probably should get at the end of the day. We'll just have to see. We got a chance to spend some time with him not that long ago up in Jefferson, and I came away extremely impressed with Malachi Starks as a person. And when you look at him playing athletically on a football field, this guy that plays a lot of quarterback, some if you want to call it running back, but they have an option that they use at Jefferson. Of course, Jefferson is a very successful program and has been for some time. But when I talked with him, when we spent time together a few weeks ago, it's clear to me that Georgia's made him a big time priority for them, and Alabama and Clemson too have a lot to offer for sure, and he has a family connection to Clemson. But one thing that jumped out to me was that when he was talking about the different schools, um, he was talking about how when you talk with guys, he was talking about how one school felt and the other school felt, and it seemed to me at the time that Georgia was maybe more of a connection to him than the other schools. But so far out, you can't totally know what guys will do. And again, today it's just today that he announced on Twitter that he is going to make his commitment. When he was talking with me and Matt DeBerry about when he would do this, he said it would be before the fall, and we just we weren't sure totally how quick it would be. We got the feeling it would be probably before the 4th of July, and now here we are in March doing it. And this is a guy that really gives you a lot of athleticism. I mean, a tremendous amount of athleticism. And the fact of the matter is, you're talking about someone that, all three of these schools could use. Probably a defensive back at the next level. But, I mean, he's an athlete. I don't really know totally. You don't have to stick him in any one place. I mean, he could play wide receiver in college too, but 6'1", almost 200. As a just a I've been doing this for more than 20 years. He is definitely built in a way that he should be very good in college. But you've got to do the job. I mean, maybe a little bit like Brandon Boykin, like that sort of athleticism, if you will. I mean, Brandon played played quarterback at Fayette County at the time, and Brandon just pops into head because Brandon was a very put together, polished guy when I met him in 2000 whatever it was, a long time, 2007, 2006, 2008. So maybe something like that. I mean, he's not as developed as Brandon is now or was after his time at Georgia in the NFL, but you're doing it on a Thursday. You're doing commitment on a Thursday in the afternoon. This is the time where I think all three schools, Bama, Georgia, and Clemson, will all be in spring practice. Georgia will have a spring practice that day, so it's really an important guy. He's really an important guy. I mean, again, when you watch him play, you see the film. He really jumps. His athleticism really jumps out, and he's an important kid because you're going up against Clemson and Alabama, and that's really the biggest thing is beating out those two schools. There's only so many schools nationally who have recruited like Georgia, and Alabama is definitely one of them. Ohio State is another, but Clemson is not exactly very far behind. And the tie that Starks has with Clemson is family related. But you watch. He told us one of the favorite things he's got is, and when he plays, is when he watches his teammates score. He's a very selfless player. His attitude towards others is very giving, I would say. And this is a guy that thinks a lot. He's definitely very conscious of a lot of different things, and he's been through plenty in his young life already. So I'm excited to see what he does. I think, to me, Georgia looks like the favorite or the team to beat, particularly now that he's doing the commitment not that far from when Matt and I spoke to him. But he's one to watch, and we'll get y'all that when that comes. But they mainly are running a run style offense, and he's the signal caller. He's the quarterback that's a running back in that position. In the next level, to me, he's a small linebacker or a big DB, but man, he is deadly. He makes a lot of plays when Jefferson goes out. And we're talking about Jefferson here. I mean, this is not some fly by the night program. Jefferson is a really good program in Georgia. That high school is well put together, and athletics are a big part of what makes Jefferson go. And again, I liked Malachi a lot when I talked with him. We spent a fair amount of time with him not that long ago. And no matter what he decides to do, I'm a fan for sure, and I wish him well. But we'll see what happens. That announcement is coming in on March 25th at 5:30, and Dog Post will be there to get it to you. So Dean Lake from Dog Post, we'll see you over on the website.